Hi everybody, this is, my name is Tuck Gordon, and I am 24 years old. I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, which is basically in the middle of Canada. It's often forgotten. We don't even do daylight savings time, so it's pretty small compared to other places I've lived. I lived in Winnipeg for 4 years, and I just moved back last September, so I did start my entire transition in Winnipeg. So I started hormones out there. I started saving for top surgery out there. I did all my name change stuff out there. I socially transitioned out there. I was away from home a lot, so a lot of the pressures to move back home were regarding family, just because I never saw my family. It was really hard to adjust to pronouns and to names and to all of that stuff away from home in a different province. So I moved back, and right now I picked up a sweet job at this gluten and nut-free local restaurant here in Saskatoon. I just got off there now, so that's why I just decided to find a nice park to sit in to make this video, because I've been putting it off for a while just because I haven't had much time. I work 3 jobs. I'm potentially looking into school for next year, getting the gears moving on that, just because I'm kind of aiming towards counseling or social work within like the LGBT realm of things. So that exciting things for my transition are top surgery. I finally have enough money, so I have a consultation with Dr. McLean on September 9th, and that way I can put money down on a date, and I'm aiming for November 12th, which is my 2 years on T. And basically just the things that I'm passionate about and that motivate me. With this transition, a lot of it obviously centers around me, and I've just been taking care of myself for the last 2 years that I neglected to do for most of my life, just because I wasn't happy. I was never as outgoing as I am now. I never really talked to people or made that kind of connection, and ever since I got sober, I've been sober for almost 9 months, and I quit smoking at the beginning of the year as well. So 2014 has been a big year for me. I'm at home, and I'm surrounded by family and friends, and I have a great job, and I'm really into yoga. Yoga is also something that motivates me and that I'm passionate about. And once I'm all healed up from top surgery, I can totally see myself taking the training to eventually be able to instruct. And I like traveling. I was dating somebody in California and went there twice, and I'm looking into going to Montreal to see some of the guys before my top surgery, and then I have top surgery in Toronto. And it's like, I really like being in different places, and I lived in Manitoba for 4 years, and I kind of just went there just because I was 19 and didn't want to be at home, so I just picked it up, and I went there, and I really liked it. I prospered so much there. Like, all the progress I made there, I don't think I ever would have made here. I never would have found the jobs that I had out there that got me, like, kind of easy, like, it basically just eased myself into being around people and into talking with people. And I socially transitioned out there with 2 retail jobs in customer service, and I started T around mid-November, and that's retail season, that's Christmas, that's hell. So I was working 2 jobs doing that, and I really enjoy working. I work a lot, and I chop it up to needing the money, but I just really enjoy people. I like talking to people. I like finding out people's stories. I like talking about myself. I'm not gonna lie, I talk about myself a lot. A lot of people know my life story. So when I just recently broke up with my girlfriend, which I haven't really told people, it's gonna, a lot of people are gonna ask about California and her and stuff. And she was my first girlfriend in my transition. Like, I live 100% as male right now, which is super awesome. I'm almost 2 years on T. I've got a tiny bit of a mustache, but not much. The guys in my family don't get much facial hair. But I never really dated all that much before in the middle of my transition, like when I first started it. I never really dated, so that was a pretty big deal. And now that we're not dating, I'm gonna kind of have to tell a lot of people because I talk about my life a lot. And I just really enjoy people. I like doing nice things for people. I like art. I want to take up sewing and eventually making my own clothes, or at least altering them so that they'll fit me, because I am 5'2", and I really like to draw. I wish I had kept up with that more, but there's always more room to improve I like reading. I'm reading a Margaret Atwood trilogy right now. I just got my license in December, so driving is something new for me. I was actually just looking at a list that I had compiled last April, so April 2013. I was looking at this list of like long-term goals and then short-term goals. I've pretty much met all of my short-term goals except for buying a new computer. I'm thinking of a Mac. So once surgery is all paid for and stuff, then I'll probably definitely splurge on a new computer just to keep up with things, make videos a lot better, kind of just get more out of social media than from my iPhone. I've pretty much met all my short-term goals, which is amazing. I think maybe sign language might be the only one that I have yet to do. And then for long-term goals, which is even more exciting, my license, check. Top surgery, almost check. It's going to happen. I'm so close, and it's just so surreal to think that the one thing that I've been working so hard for is like at the very end of my reach. Like once I talk to my surgeon, I can put money down on a date, I can book some travel and have a recovery plan, and then after surgery, the opportunities are going to be endless. I have the pleasure and I can't even get over how grateful I am for not having to bind full time. I stopped binding pretty much when I moved home just because the new underwork style of binder just weren't all that comfortable, and they were restricting, and it just like I hit a point in my transition that I blend in a lot as male. I hate saying pass because then that just makes it sound like a test that you could fail at, but I blend in really, really well. I got my job at Starbucks, which was my full-time job before I got this sweet restaurant gig, and I got hired completely as male. The nice thing about Starbucks is in the system, when you enter in all your info, I just put male. Like I remember asking briefly, but my boss just didn't even bat an eye and was like, you can put whatever you want for gender. And so that, and so sorry, there's something going on over there that distracted me. But yeah, I just live completely as male. A lot of people know I'm trans, and I'm open to talking about it. There's only one person at work that I've had issues with just because I feel like I have to educate her on every single thing, and then it just grinds me into the ground, and I just leave that conversation feeling like shit. But I do educate people a lot, minus that one person, which is just I don't think it's anything I can do better. I'm really open. It takes a lot for me to get offended, so I think that's why me and that one coworker, it's just like really weird because it's like nothing really offends me. I know with my pronouns and stuff, my name and my pronouns, when people mix them up, it never bothered me. It still doesn't. Like my grandma or my sister or something will kind of slip up, but it's just not a big deal because I'm not down for forcing people on it. And yeah, so I'm at a really, really good point in my life. I love this project. I can't wait to get to know everybody and to be more involved. I've been buying it since the first one because a friend of mine was in it, and I donated quite a bit last year, and I'm hoping to donate even more this year. And this is a project that I'm really, really passionate about, and I really want to give back to the community that has given me so much to be thankful for, and that's just helped me feel more at home with everything, because we all have different stories. We all transition differently. We all do things differently, just like any other person would, and it's just nice to have this good sense of community.